What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Hippo Supercoach, and tonight we've got the Friday night game, and we're going to talk about the Thursday night game. Wow, what a match this was! Looked like a holding the ball at the end there. Yeah, can't believe they didn't call that. Cannot believe they did not call that. Draper clearly dived on it, but yeah, I mean, is what it is. You know what? They deserved it because fucking Adelaide fans all night were whinging. Oh, it was actually hard to listen to them sooking. Yeah, it was one of the hardest watches. Is just hearing every time Adelaide. Oh, they just cry babies all night long, and I was sick of it. So I'm glad that Essendon won, to be honest. But yeah, insane game. Let's get into the Supercoach scores. So Jordan freaking Dawson, he might be back. 171, 155 fantasy. Look, he looked unbelievable. He had a few drop marks there at the start of the game. He takes a couple of them. He probably goes 190. I think. Look, I wouldn't say he's 100% back, but I'd feel some confidence bringing him in. Yeah, I would like to see how he goes with Crouch, to be honest. Like, wait till next week, make sure he can score with Crouch okay, and his role's still good. But it seemed like when he wasn't playing in the midfield tonight, he went back instead of forward, whereas I think the first few weeks he was going to the forward line when he was resting. So that was the big change, in my opinion, there. Rory Laird, really down game from him. Only the 23 touches, going at 65%. Tom McGround's kind of low at 76, and yeah, just not the Laird of old. I think, I'm not sure if it's role, if it's age. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but he's definitely not on my radar this year as much as I thought he probably would be. Then going to Essendon, so Caldwell was unbelievable, 10 tackles. Nick Munn, 118, had a great fourth quarter. Really happy with him. Merritt 109. So this one's a little bit frustrating. He was flying, and then once they put McHenry on him, McHenry was playing a scumbag tag. It was like a proper smother, holding him at the stoppages and like being all over him. It was really annoying to watch. So Merritt even went forward there a little bit to try and shake it. So for him to crack 109 with a pretty hard tag in that second half, pretty happy with that. And he'll be fine for the next few weeks. That's still really solid score. Yes, it's not a great captain or vice captain score, I guess, but at the end of the day, it's still a good score, 109. We'll take it in a tag game. And then moving on past that, there's not really a lot to talk about from this game. Let's talk about the St Kilda Bulldogs game. So quite a bit of relevance here. Also, I ended up holding Crouch and traded out Matt Roberts instead because I just thought, yeah, I was thinking about trading Crouch. Do I hold? Do I trade? I'm like, I'm going to hold him. I think he can still average 105 for the rest of the year, which is going to be good enough for me. Like, I look at Jack Steele last night. You're paying 620k for someone who only gives you 80. So it's like, do I really want to trade out Matt Crouch who's giving 105s? Probably not. So yeah, that was my thought process there, and we'll get him back next week. So Bailey Dale, 175. This is definitely one to consider. What has he had? Fucking 39 disposals, 15 marks, 1 goal. Went at 92%. So yeah, looked like he had the cheesy role. Where he's playing similar to Nick Martin, so sort of playing that defense role, kick-ins, and then cheesing off the back line. So yeah, he's on my radar, 100%. I'm actually going to check how much he is real quick. Bring this tab over. Dale, 427, so very cheap. Obviously, oh, actually no, he's not obviously going to go up. Why is he so cheap? Because he had a 12 last week. Then he got injured or something. So yeah, one to keep an eye on. Maybe wait for one more good game just to really see that role. But yeah, someone to definitely consider at D6 for only about 430, 450, somewhere around that range. Really good value. So yeah, keep an eye on that. And then Bont was good. Trelaw was obviously amazing as well. Bont was solid, so he's my VC. I took that. Happy with that. 3 goals. Wish he had a bit more, to be honest, but we'll still take it. Jack McRae, so this is an interesting one. 123, had 30 touches, 7 tackles and a goal. Look back to the McRae of old. So yeah, he's on the radar. He has to be. I think I want to see one more good game from him as well. Look, I'll probably go early on one of Dawson, McRae, and Dale. It's probably going to be McRae, if anyone. But in an ideal world, I would want to see another week. And yeah, just see how that split's looking without McRae being the sub and with Libba being in the team. I'd like to see how that looks. And then who else do we have relevant from the Doggies? Tim English, 114. So really nice game. Definitely got the better of Marshall. Sorry for anyone that got talked into me by bringing in Marshall. Talked into bringing in Marshall by me. I just think that was just a one-off game. Like, he had, 6 clangers, 51 Supercoach. Just couldn't find the ball. Like, it was, yeah, it's a rough game for Marshall. Anyway, we'll talk about him in a second. Sam Darcy, 49. So probably has to go. One more bad game maybe and he's gone. I wouldn't be opposed to shipping him this week. If you can get someone like Petrarca or Sarong or Merritt or Steele. Maybe not Steele this week, but yeah. Wouldn't be against trading guys like Sam Darcy. Moving on to St Kilda. So Windhager, really nice return for anyone that held him. Steele, 84. So look, he's a 3rd highest scorer in St Kilda, but look, they came off a very short break from their last game, which was a hard game against GWS. They only lost by a point. Real tough physical game. I think it was relatively warm conditions as well. So it takes a toll on their body, and then to only have that 5-day break or whatever they had, it makes sense why they kind of got smacked. But yeah, Jack Steele, I wouldn't be too worried about him. Just, yeah, a little bit down for his normal, but yeah, Bulldogs hogged all the Supercoach points, to be honest. Like, there's nothing else really to say about that. Hugo Garcia, 69, very happy with that. So I'm actually looping him onto the field with Matt Crouch. So yeah, happy with that score. I don't expect him to be my best 18, but if he is, it's tolerable. Bonner was good for anyone that still has him. Yeah, Marshall, very unfortunate. So you're going to lose a lot of dollars. So in the end, if anyone's not too sure about my trades, this is what I went with. So Merritt in 109. Look, it's not the greatest score, but it's not the worst score at the same time. So not going to cry over 109, especially with the tag. And then what we got, Will Graham and Garcia. So Graham's going to make money just by stepping onto the field. Garcia, I think I'm glad I went early on him. Looks really good. I really like the way he plays. I don't think St Kilda would drop him. They did get smacked, but when you look at it, there's a lot of players that played worse than him. So I think Philippu's the one maybe to go. Play a couple of games in the Rezzies because his form's just poor, really bad at the moment. So yeah, not too keen on getting rid of Roberts. Sanders had to go because of the sub. It's unfortunate, but Bevo is Bevo. And yeah. So yeah, took Bont as the captain, vice captain. I think if you're still looking for a captain this week, I'd be looking towards Sarong against West Coast. Tom Green against Carlton. Might cop a little bit of attention from George Hewitt, but I'm not sure. Sheasel, I think, will get McGuinness, so I'd probably avoid this week Sheasel. Heaney against Gold Coast is probably a good shout. Took, Rao, Anderson, all those guys are pretty good shouts as well. Luke Ryan as well. If I had to rank it, I'd probably go Luke Ryan, then Sarong, and then probably Heaney. Obviously, I don't have Heaney, but yeah. Anyway, guys, hope everyone has a good rest of the week. I've had a pretty mediocre start, having Steele and Merritt only go 84 and 109, but Nick Martin makes up for it nicely with a 118, and Bont pretty solid from him too. So yeah, not happy with Sam Darcy, but other than that, we're doing all right. So yeah, have a good rest of the round, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.